Hey YouTube. Okay, so anyway, I want to make my final video in regards to Kevin Samuels. So the news report came out, basically cause of death was hypertension, aka high blood pressure. And I watched a couple other people's videos. One person, he's a dumbass, Timothy Blaine. He was like, it should be more to it, just making up stuff in his old senile butt. And don't even understand what it is. So anyway, I'm here to educate y'all about what is high blood pressure, hypertension, and demystify the fact that people think you have to be fat, overweight to have high blood pressure. That is not true. High blood pressure, it could either be hereditary or it could simply be or lifestyle changes in regards to diet, eating, being under stress, a combination of things. So basically, most people, particularly men and women as well, they do have high blood pressure. Now, I have high blood pressure, but mine is not high. It's not extremely out of the ordinary. It's not high or anything, but it is a little bit elevated. So basically, men, particularly black men, they need to go to the doctor. They need to go to the doctor more frequently and get a basic checkup. So in order to, and it has nothing to do with being fat. So if anybody who comes on here that want to call me Big Shirley or whatever the case may be, it has nothing to do with being fat to get high blood pressure. You could be skinny, big, whatever. You're prone to get high blood pressure. Now, so when it came out about the final report, they said basically he had high blood pressure, hypertension, basically the same. And he only had 3 things in his system. One was basically caffeine, drinking that Red Bull. Drink a lot of caffeine, not just Red Bull, but whatever you drink that has high caffeine. I don't drink caffeine. I don't drink caffeine. And then he had high blood pressure medication in his system. I can't pronounce what it is, but basically it is a pill that you take if you have high blood pressure. I can't remember the name of it. And what was the other thing they said? So it wasn't nothing. It had nothing to do with some conspiracy or someone may have done something to him, and it's not drinking the Red Bull that caused his demise. So it was simply high blood pressure. So all the time when you're criticizing people about their weight, about black women weight and everything else, here it is, you sit up there having high blood pressure yourself and died of something that is preventable. Something like that is preventable. Now, when I go to the doctor, I always get my blood pressure checked all the time. And they would say, oh, it's a little bit high, or, a little bit high or whatever. But overall, you must get a basic health checkup. Cholesterol, triglyceride, all the breakdowns. So, it's amazing how he probably knew he had high blood pressure. I'm quite sure he knows. And I know that there'll be a lot of men in particular, black men in particular, they just don't go to the doctor. They'll sit there and have high blood pressure, would not go to the doctor for nothing. They'll tell them you got high blood pressure. They don't do anything about it. And I know that at times when I go to the doctor, they may get on me about my diabetes. And even though I haven't gone to my diabetic infusion for the last couple of weeks, they'll call me, well, you haven't been coming to your appointments. Is there anything wrong? And blah, blah, blah. Now, a couple of Mondays, they have not been in the office. And I just haven't gone for the diabetic infusion. But one of the things that I try to get them to get me on some type of medication that has been approved by the FDA that will help me with lowering my diabetes, and there is other new prescription about it'll help you to lose some weight, and I haven't got anybody to write a prescription, so I'm gonna have to go to my primary care physician. But I try to be more aware of changing my eating habits, cutting back on sugar, cutting back on eating fried type of foods or whatever. And, yes, it's important to take the medication in the meantime. So it is a wake-up call. But Kevin Samuels, he came out, and it was this hypertension, high blood pressure. Now, people may think there's something more to it, or he must have passed away more to it. No. And, you don't have to be thin. You don't have to be, saying, oh, I'm thin. I ain't got no health problems. Your weight and being skinny, thin, whatever, fat, that has nothing to do with one's overall health. Some people could be real big and fat, and they may not even be diabetic. They may not even have high blood pressure. Someone who could be skinny could have diabetes, could have high blood pressure, just the same. So don't think that what somebody looks like in the outside, and people screaming out the window and talking about, you fat bitch, and they sitting around here with high blood pressure, they could croak any minute, So don't let nobody do this fat shaming and thinking, oh, you fat, you unhealthy just because you're skinny. Because let me tell you, I've been observing a lot of people, especially the ones that I work with, they eat horrible. And they eat junk, and they eat everything else. But they think that because they're young, and because you think you're skinny or you ain't overweight, you think your life is going to go beyond someone else. No. So, anywho, that's the end of that chapter. Any of your trolls that want to come on here and make these stupid comments and making misconceptions about hypertension and or high blood pressure, unfortunately, a majority of black folks in general do have high hypertension and high blood pressure. Some of it is inherited, but a lot of times it is what you do in terms of lifestyle changes, stress, all of those things has a factor, and like I said, you could be skinny and they be like, oh God, he's skinny, they ain't get, but if you sit around eating very unhealthy and putting a lot of, drown your food with salt and all kind of stuff, you don't have to be, just because you're skinny, that don't mean you can keep on doing it. And there's a lot of things that you have to do, but the main important thing is making yourself go get some physical checkup, get your, blood pressure check your overall health. And just because you think you're skinny, you're not invincible. Now, I know at times I could be a little bit more hesitant about taking a whole bunch of medications, but it's, if you need to take medication, take the medication, but also realize you just have to eat more healthy, But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.